Let us solve one numerical example on cyclotron. So a cyclotron oscillator frequency is 10 megahertz. So we know this oscillator frequency or applied voltage frequency is equal to the cyclotron frequency, that we know. Only then cyclotron operates. What should be the operating magnetic field? So what they are asking, B is equal to what for accelerating protons. So as soon as they give you this, these are protons, so they have given you the charge and mass of proton. If the radius of D is 60 centimeter, R is equal to 60 centimeter, that means 0.6 meter. What is the kinetic energy in million electron volts? Again, see this is million electron volt. This is not mega, this is called million electron volts of the proton beam produced by the accelerator. So what we have to calculate? We have to calculate magnetic field for this radius, and we have to calculate the kinetic energy K in MeV. Okay, so how much in MeV? So let us solve this numerical problem. So first of all, the oscillator frequency should be same as the proton cyclotron frequency, that we know. This nu A must be equal to nu C. Now this magnetic field is simply 2 pi m nu by q. So from the formula of this nu C, this is equal to nu. So what was the formula for nu? QB by 2 pi m. So now let us take this 2 pi m here. So 2 pi m nu by q. So this is the magnetic field. So we have taken this side 2 pi m nu q in the denominator. So 2 pi is 6.3. So that we know 2 pi is 6.3. Pi is 3.14 and 2 is multiplied by 2 is 6.13. This 2 pi is 6.3. Mass of proton is given here 1.67 into 10 to power minus 27. Nu is 10 megahertz. 10 mega means 10 to the power 6. So total 10 to the power 7 hertz. So 10 to power 7 hertz. Now divided by Q, charge of the proton. So charge on the proton is 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 coulomb. So this magnetic field comes out to be 0.66 Tesla. 0.66 Tesla. So this is quite large magnetic field. 0.66 Tesla. So if we put this particle in a magnetic field of 0.66 Tesla, then its frequency at frequency 10 megahertz, its radius would be, sorry, radius will not matter, radius will matter only in the second example. If we put this in this magnetic field, then frequency would be 10 megahertz. For magnetic field 0.66 Tesla, frequency would be 10 megahertz. Now velocity of the protons. Now second part, what would be the velocity? So we know, we have already calculated frequency was velocity upon 2 pi r, that we have already calculated. Now velocity is nu into 2 pi r. R is equal to 60 centimeter or 0.6 meter. So R into 2 pi nu. R into 2 pi nu, that is the frequency. So R is 0.6 meter, 2 pi is 6.3 and frequency is 10 to power 7 hertz, 10 megahertz. When we calculate this comes as 3.78 10 to the power 7 meter per second. This is the velocity. Now what is the energy? E is equal to half mv square. So this is the energy. So let us put the value of this. So this mass of proton is 1.67 into 10 to power 27 and divided by First, let us multiply by the square of this. 3.78 into 10 to power 7. Square of this is 14.3 into 10 to power 14. Square of this is 10 to power 14 and square of this is 14.3. Now divided by 2, and here also we have changed it into dividing by this in million electron volts. So previously it was in joules. If we divide by this million electron volt, then it will come in million electron volt. So we have divided by this number 1.6 into 10 to power minus 13. So when we calculate all these things, so it will come nearly equal to 7 million electron volt. 7 million electron volt. Please take a note that all the example numerical questions and this topic is very important. Every year 1 3 marks or 5 marks question come from this topic. Now next thing is the accelerators in India. So this is some informational thing, so please read it on your own. This will be helpful in many of the other competitive exams, but it is out of the scope of this our chapter or our study. So let us go to the next topic. This next topic is magnetic field due to a current element, or it is famously called Biot-Savart's law. This is also very important. Very important. Every year you get one question from this Biot-Savart's law and its application. Every year you get one question from this Biot-Savart's law or its application. What is new about this Biot-Savart's law is that previously we were seeing the effect of external magnetic field, but now we will see that a magnetic field which is due to a current element. So previously we were seeing external magnetic field, now we will see magnetic field at a point, let us say this point, due to this current carrying conductor. Listen and understand the difference once again. Previously the magnetic fields were external and we were seeing their effects on the conductors that are carrying current, but now this current carrying conductor is producing the magnetic field at some distance that we are seeing. That is the difference between this Biot-Savart's law and all we had studied previously. So now let us see how this current carrying conductor produces some magnetic field at a distance r. So this is our current carrying conductor. So this is current carrying conductor or current carrying element. So this is in some arbitrary shape, in any shape, of any shape. Now this is the conductor, a finite conductor xy. So this is our conductor carrying current I. So there is a I current. I is the current in this conductor. Consider an infinite CMUL element dl. So again we are taking a very small portion of this. The whole length is d, but we are taking a very small piece of this. Let us say a very small piece of this is dl. This is a very small piece. The magnetic field dB, since dl is very small, so magnetic field due to this must be very small, that is dB, very small magnetic field. Again this L is directional vector quantity and B is also vector quantity. So dB. So we have to calculate the magnetic field dB due to this element is to be determined at a point P. So we know that this changes and we have to determine this dB at this point P. This is point P here. Now at point P, and this point P has a distance r. So there is the distance r from this element. So we have taken a very small portion of this dl and this has a distance r from this point. Again r is also a vector quantity. Let theta be angle between dl. So there is an angle between angle between this dl element and this r. theta be the angle between dl and the displacement vector r.